Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
This is OMG Chad Johnson, host of OMG Craft, our cheese craft show. He makes handmade
cardboard
cheeses.
And yarn.
He
not
also
excluded.
is the host of the newest show on the Twit Network, Read It Up.
So new it doesn't exist.
So it's so new it hasn't happened yet, but it will any minute now. No, we've done 6 betas now.
Right.
And it's a great show for people interested in Reddit. What is this here? This is a speaker lineup.
We have a plethora of speakers. I feel like the used car salesman of speakers. We got speakers in wood. We got speakers in plastic. We got speakers in wool.
These two, the first two look normal. This one looks a little like a tuffet.
Yeah.
So we're going to get to all 3 of these speakers. Shall we start with the Ren?
Yeah. So let's go down.
Beautiful cherry wood or
Before
mahogany.
we get to each individually, there's some general things I want to say. These are all wireless speakers.
Okay.
For pros, for all of them, they all have auxiliary inputs. And for the cons on all of them, none of them have pause, play, next buttons on them. Except for this one, which does have a single button right here, which you can click to pause and play. But there's no actual multimedia
These are
buttons.
speakers designed to be controlled by your phone or your tablet.
By your phone or tablet, absolutely. So, with the Ren, this is only Bluetooth. Here's how this lineup works. We got Bluetooth only.
Bluetooth only.
Bluetooth AirPlay.
Bluetooth plus AirPlay.
AirPlay only.
AirPlay only, all right.
So, with the Bluetooth only, it'll work with your iOS devices, Android devices.
Tablets. Anything with Bluetooth,
Absolutely.
I presume, yeah.
That's the rosewood finish. It also comes in
It's
bamboo.
more than a finish. It really feels
nice?
like solid wood. This is very nice.
They say that it's a veneer, but that is like the best veneer
You'd never
I
know.
have ever seen.
Yeah.
Because it actually has, I can see in our studio lights, it has dimples where it feels like there's real wood grain there.
It's not only pretty, it looks like a nice speaker.
Absolutely. This was my favorite in terms of design.
Yeah.
So
How
that
about
has
sound?
Yeah, so let's go ahead and play that. So I have
Okay.
my iPad here, and I'm just going to use Google Play Music.
So you've paired all of these to your iPad.
I have.
This was
So
paired
each
by-
one of them is going to work differently.
Anything this will work with anything, right? Because you just need Bluetooth.
Because you just need Bluetooth. Right now it's
Yep.
already paired. And
Yep.
so I'll just play some of this
Yeah.
Caravan Panic, which is a band.
Wow. That is some bass. I think that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, with this one, it is good to note that there's 2 different audio. There's the audio that your iPad is sending via Bluetooth, and this also has an amp sort of built in, so you can control the volume kind of twice, which was a little confusing.
There is a volume control on the
There's
side.
a volume control on the side. There's also a source selector on the side. And,
I'm looking for something that Henry could use. He could play from his iPhone in his college dorm room. I sent him a Sonos, and it was no good because he can't pair. He can't access the Wi-Fi.
Right.
This you could use with Bluetooth. Plus, he could also plug something in, which is really important. Can you do stereo pairing with this, or is it only one? It's just one.
No, it's just only one.
Okay.
It doesn't have that sort of software.
Okay.
Now, the range on this is about 30 feet with Bluetooth. I was super surprised at how good the quality was. So, pros, high quality Bluetooth audio, and just absolutely wonderful design and construction. On the cons, no AirPlay if that's the thing that you need, or if for some reason...
It's not a con, it's a limitation.
It's a limitation, and that's true.
But let me hear the price, because that might be a con.
Price
This looks
is
expensive.
$399.
Yeah, okay.
That is something that
$400 is
all of
expensive.
these are in that price range. This is the upper class Bluetooth.
All right. $400, good sound though.
Great sound.
Okay.
So buy, try, don't buy. I'm going to give that one a buy. I
Yeah,
really enjoyed that stereo.
Now this one's a little more portable. In fact, it even has a handle on it. It's pretty heavy though.
This is from Cambridge Audio. Cambridge
Okay.
Audio is a pretty big name.
They're
in
owned by
all of audio
Logitech,
gear.
but they were a standalone for a long time.
It's
And,
slightly more portable because it does have a handle. It also has a lot. This is the most feature-rich out of.
Look at all the buttons on the top.
The buttons on the top. That's start, stop.
Presets too.
Yeah, and all of these on the side. You have your normal power, volume up and down.
Right.
And these there's buttons 1 through 5, which can be kind of confusing if you're
That's
expecting.
presets though, right?
Right. So those are presets
To what?
For internet radio stations.
Okay.
So if we hit one.
But that's using their app. You have to use their app.
You have to
make
use
that
their
work.
app to make sure to
Okay.
pair, and now it comes with some pre-installed, But this is a British company, so it was BBC 1, BBC 2, BBC 3,
BBC 1 through
6.
5. That's good. All right.
So if we hit 2 right now, we'll be listening to BBC 2.
And it turns it right on.
Yeah, it should just jump over there.
Look at all the connectors here, too. Ethernet. Why Ethernet?
Because it is an AirPlay as well. So it does Bluetooth and AirPlay. So to connect to your home internet system.
It has auxiliary in, which is great.
Right, and this is the only one that has that connector. So
the
if you
RCA
have a home theater,
left and right.
the RCA.
It also says MP3 in. I don't think that.
That's your aux jack.
That's your aux
That's
jack.
just your aux
That's
jack.
just mislabeled.
And then it does connect using WPS, which is
So it's
the only
Wi-Fi
one
also.
Yes, and so right now this is connected via Wi-Fi. This is not.
Sounds good.
Right, so we're listening to BBC 2. I can easily.
But you can change those stations.
Yes, you can. And you can even listen to Twit if you want.
Yeah. That sounds good. Maybe not quite as good as the Wrens, but Cambridge Audio is a well-known name. In fact, I used to have Cambridge Audio speakers. Loved them.
Right. And if we want to compare, we can with the same song. Now, the big downside on this one is the app. The app is slow, buggy, kludgy. And it's just
It's specifically from them.
It's from them. This is their app.
But you don't have to use it because you could use anything that would AirPlay.
Absolutely. But like right now, we're kind of in this weird loop because it's deciding to play internet radio. And if I want to take control of it.
Because you push these buttons.
Right, because I push those buttons and the app is
so
too
you have
slow
to launch their app to stop.
For me, yeah, exactly. So it was able to decide this was the last command, so now it's going to take.
You know what's cool is just by changing the settings in your player, you've taken it away from the Ren speaker and you're playing it through this other speaker. So they're, in effect,
most of the apps, YouTube, Pandora, they all. Because of how this is an iOS thing, it's pretty good on deciding which one to do or not.
So this is AirPlay or Bluetooth.
And that was playing via AirPlay right there.
Okay.
Okay, so pros is that it's both Bluetooth and AirPlay. It does have internet radio stations, which you could play on your own, but it's nice that it's all built in with presets if you have maybe a terrestrial station that you really, really like.
A little convenience. I mean, you could do the same with any of these, just using your device.
Right. It does come with a remote, which none of the other ones do. The remote basically has buttons just to start up your internet radio that you've already predefined.
The presets are on the remote. Okay.
Right, exactly. And then it has much more inputs than all the others with the RCA jacks on the back
that was
and the
wild.
Ethernet.
Okay.
And then con, it is a little bit difficult to set up. You have to set up an ad hoc Wi-Fi network, go in there, go to an IP address, type in your real Wi-Fi stuff. That was a little bit confusing and difficult.
Because the first time, but you don't only do that the first time. You have to get it on your network.
But but it's a portable system, so anytime you decide to take it from the office to the, you have to do that over. And the app was a big con. It was just not so great.
How about sound?
I think this sounded the best out of all of them. This one got the loudest with the least amount of distortion, being very, very loud. And I think that's because of their background.
Is it stereo or is it just a mono?
Yeah, it's stereo.
It's stereo, it's left and right.
Yeah,
okay.
Here I can play some more.
So that's
booming music.
Cambridge Audio, the Minx. You had the Ren and now you have the Minx.
Yep. And this comes in at, this is $100 more at $499.
Wow, that's expensive.
MSRP is $600 at $599. Wow. Yeah, but street price is you can find it for $499.
Also, I noticed it's a little slow.
That's AirPlay.
That's AirPlay.
Con of AirPlay. AirPlay is super slow, so I can hit pause over here, and it now just paused. AirPlay is a big downside. And with that said, we're moving on to our third one.
AirPlay only.
Which is AirPlay only.
And what is this called? This is an interesting design.
The Libratone.
Libratone.
This
is very cool looking.
It's really neat looking. And in fact, I thought that I would hate the design, but the moment I put it next to, on the counter next to my, either in the kitchen or next to my bed, I don't know why, but it just blended in. I just really, really ended up kind of liking this design, even though I thought that I wasn't.
Can you remove the quilts? No.
No. It is a little bit unstable because it has just
not much to it. It's just a little,
at the bottom. So I did notice whenever a cat would bump up against it, I was a little bit weird.
And drunks are going to try to sit on it. I'm sorry, because it looks like a little tuffet.
It does. It is a little tuffet.
And that'll break it for sure. So, don't let drunks in your house.
AirPlay only, so we can listen to this with the same music that we did the other ones. And you can kind of see just how slow AirPlay is. I hit play right now.
So that's just AirPlay the way it is.
That's just AirPlay's problem. And
So
so now
once it's playing, it's fine. This is the
you can see the front of it. Boom.
Wow. This is loud.
So this one is one of the loudest ones, but it gets the most distorted at high volume.
It sounds good though at that volume. It sounds
would
fine.
fill up a room for a party.
This is a dance party.
Yeah.
And waiting to happen.
Yeah. So, some of the cool, sorry, not to take you out of the music jig, but this will also hold on a wall. It comes with a attachment.
That's not bad either. I think it would
is-
look cool on your wall.
Yeah, so you screw this into your wall, just like that, and then
Oh, so it easily goes on and comes off.
it easily comes on. This is what you would attach to your wall. It's
It's intended to be removable.
Yeah, and it would rest on the wall.
Let
so
me
you can
remove
just-
the tuffet from my wall so we can go in the
my
other room.
musical tuffet.
I
Absolutely.
kind of like that. How much is this?
This one cost $399.
The least expensive
The
of
least
the bunch.
expensive, and it was the easiest to set up.
Yeah, because it doesn't do anything. It's
One of the
AirPlay
nicest,
only.
yeah, and the nicest thing is you could just use It
So
has a,
this will only work with iOS. This won't work with Android or anything
will not
else.
work with Android. That's a
Yeah.
huge con. Is that there's a USB plug on the back next to the aux plug.
What's that for?
You just plug in your lightning cable and plug it into your iPad.
Yeah.
And it says, can we take the Wi-Fi information off your iPad? Just as a small pop-up, you hit OK and it's paired.
Much easier.
Super easy.
Very
a
nice.
really nice setup.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get to the pros and cons. For the pros, it does come in 8 different colors. So if you want a red one, a black one, a purple one, that's really nice.
What color is this?
This is like shell or slate.
Stone or
slate,
slate
yeah,
or-
gray basically. It is wall mountable. None of the others were wall mountable, and the setup was absolutely the easiest out of all of them. On the cons, it's AirPlay only, which means that it's iOS only, and you can't use it with a PC. You could use it with an AirPlay compatible Macintosh.
So buy, try, don't buy?
This one, I'm gonna say don't buy.
Yeah.
The fact that it's AirPlay only limits me. This was the one that I had to remember to use, that I had to keep
Right.
coming back to. Because
Only buy it if you're really in the Apple ecosystem
really
and
in
you
the
want to
Apple-
hang something on the wall. And frankly, anybody who thinks this looks good probably is an Apple user because
Right.
it's so modern.
Right. Oh, and this one also had the buttons on the front, which included volume up, down, and a play
And a
pause
chicken.
button. Yeah, and a little bird.
A little bird.
It's
Is that
funny because
is
that
that-
one's the Ren, but this one has like a
the
Ren.
Libratone has a bird on it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's just about it. Coming in at $399. Don't buy the to go back
Cambridge
over the Cambridge
Soundworks?
Audio was a buy.
Okay.
And the Ren was also a buy.
Okay, so 2 buys, qualified,
Maybe a
don't
try.
buy.
I mean, this was. It's
I think
hard
for
to
the-
recommend something.
You know if you want this.
Right, you know if you want it. It's hard for me to say to someone, buy this, if I don't know their setup, and also if I know that they're stuck to an ecosystem. That's
Yeah.
a really...
This is the hipster speaker.
I couldn't tell my grandma to buy this.
No, but if you're a hipster,
Right,
you should buy that.
right, absolutely.
And that makes sense. There's a speaker for everyone. Chad Johnson, the host of OMG Craft and Reddit Up, thank you.
Of course,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Good job.